I feel like I'm being crushed by the weight of the universe.
Hi, we're the Bullhead Municipal Media Crew, and we're on a mission to prove our small community is packed with awesome things to do. To succeed, we're going to do them all. This is our journey.
So the reason we went to the county fair is the city had a booth, and the city decided to put up a booth at the county fair to general information about the city to people who haven't necessarily been to Bullhead. So our job was to come to the booth and give away prizes to kids, give adults information about upcoming events that were going on.
When we first got to the county fair in Kingman, there was quite a lot of people there, and I was not sure about it because I don't do well in large crowds of people because I hate trying to maneuver through them and I feel rude.
It was way bigger than I expected. It had rides. It had more rides than the carnival.
And then we had to divide into shifts, and there was 4 of us, so we decided to split up into 4 shifts.
Mackenzie took the first shift, and he gave us cameras and just told us, go have fun.
Immediately, I wanted food because I was really hungry. We went to a like a truck and like a food vendor. It was called Hog Heaven.
And let me tell you, boys, this food was delish. I got the barbecue pork sandwich. Ooh, with some grilled onions.
And I was watching Quincy eat and figured this is a private moment, so I'm gonna head out while they ate.
And we sat there and ate that food for about like 10 minutes or so. We decided that we would split up into 3 groups. Quincy, Christy, and then Atticus would come with me. So what do you want to do?
Climb some rides and do some fun stuff.
I was just basically chilling, having some fun time. I was mostly just chilling, looking at the animals because, I mean, they were animals. I've never seen an animal before. But they had some pretty good animals. I was very intrigued by their animals.
I put the lav on Atticus because I wanted to get his audio reactions to seeing certain rides because that's all he was talking about.
Cool ride, huh? Ooh. Look it. I saw that ride before.
Whoa! That's cool, huh?
Look at that! That's cool too.
Wait, and then we're gonna write this, me and Atticus. How much money? It's 4 tokens. So. Atticus, watch out! Alright,
I decided to go around and try and interview people. Unfortunately, most people did not want to be interviewed. I found out there was a lot of interesting people, and I'm kind of upset that most of them didn't want to be on camera. I did get, on the first day, one person to agree to be interviewed. He went by the name of Captain Tie-Dye.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm also known as Captain Tie-Dye. I've been making tie-dye for over 25 years. Like a lot of people, I started making it, then I started working with other artists, and it's gotten to the point where I am today, where I make hundreds, if not thousands, of tie-dyes for anyone who wants them.
Quincy then takes the second shift when we all met back up there, and then I remember I gave Atticus to Mackenzie. I took the GoPro and I went on my own again. And then I noticed this like weird thing going on. It was like a bull like pen where like they do like those Toro things. And I was like, what's going on over there? And I heard this guy talking on like a mic, so I walked over there, and there were all these crowds of people watching all these cattle walk in circles, and I was super confused on what was going on. So I walked up the stands and I sat there for about like 20 minutes because I was so engaged in what was happening. And I'm pretty sure they were auctioning off the cattle, and the guy who was telling them to do stuff was the one buying them.
I stumbled upon, I'm not sure what they call it, but it's the area where people take in, pies and vegetables and jams and artwork and have them judged. I thought it was really, inspirational, just because these are things that people put a lot of time and effort into, and they just wanted to share it with the community. I liked the fact that there was so much creativity and artwork and hard work that you can just go and see. It was really moving for me, but I guess I'm weird a bit like that.
Canyon, Quincy, and I start walking around, and Canyon's telling us about how he got lost. And he's like, but there's this rodeo over there. They're doing like races or some sort. We're going to check that out. So we go over to the rodeo ground. They're setting up for barrel races.
And I noticed to my right, past the like cattle auctioning place, there was a ton of like animals. And I thought it was the petting zoo, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. So I went back there, and they had this warehouse full of animals. They had rabbits, they had turkeys, lizards, chickens. There was just a ton of animals, and it was really cold in there.
When it was canyon shift, I went around for like 30 more minutes, and then I came back to eat a hot dog again.
Mackenzie and I went to the animals, and I am fairly certain that I made a bit of a fool of myself.
And we check out the chickens and the bunnies. Oh my God, Andrea's gonna cry when she sees all of the bunnies that she did not get to see. And then we go to see the bigger animals. Atticus, Christy, and I, we start going out, and we hear that.
I saw cows, and I just screamed, cows.
A cow.
A cow!
And Christy's like, oh my God, it's a cow.
I mean, animals are great. I don't know. I don't really see many animals in my day-to-day life, you know, save for cats, dogs, and the occasional pigeon. A raccoon.
I get it though, because it's, you know, if you don't live on a farm, it's not every day you get to see real farm animals. And farm animals are adorable. I don't care who you are. Farm animals are adorable. And if you don't like farm animals, you're wrong.
I'm so happy. I have happy news, Daddy.
Yeah.
There's more over there.
That was basically our last hour there.
And then it came time to leave. It was like 10:30, and we packed up. We got out of there. We had to hide all of our stuff. And then we packed in the car, and we left. And that was the first day that took place at night. Day 2, we showed up earlier in the morning around like 10 a.m., and we set up again. And then this time, we were going to do the same exact thing and split into shifts. But this time, Mackenzie wanted to do a lot more stuff together because we hadn't really been doing that. So we set out to the one place that Atticus really wanted to go and always talking about. The drive back and the drive there was the games.
If you're gonna go to the county fair, have a game plan ready. Understand how much things are gonna cost before you get there and decide what you're willing to spend.
The first thing we do is me, Canyon, Atticus, and Mackenzie, we go to this mirror maze with windows, and I have like a traumatic past with that because as a kid, I didn't really understand it, and I would just be like, ah, bang, ah, bang, ah, bang, as a kid. So I was kind of scared going into this one. Help! Quincy!
I don't understand why people have such a hard time with this, because all you have to do to understand the House of Mirrors, just look at the floor, right? If you look at the floor when you're working your way through, you will not run into a single mirror piece of glass. I promise you. Oh! Atticus and I decide that, I decide that I'm going to take Atticus on the Ferris wheel after that because he really wanted to go on the Ferris wheel. And I got to tell you, the view from up there is definitely beautiful. You can see the entire fair.
Mackenzie decided to take him on the Ferris wheel while me and Quincy went on the Gravitron.
Canyon's like, oh, please, I don't want to go. Because Canyon just hates rides for some reason.
What about the guy in the middle? I immediately hate this. Did you feel it? Let's see. I'm being transported. My cheek My face was like getting like stretched out. Tears started coming out of my eyes, not because I was scared or crying. I don't know why. They just like started like going, right?
Why were you peeing your pants?
I'm crying. I'm literally crying. There's literally tears coming out of my eyes. Quincy, I don't want to die today. I feel like I'm being crushed by the weight of the universe. Quincy, help. Help. Reality is being established.
So that was a gravitron.
I decided to buy some tokens for a game that I wanted to play, and I saw this girl win this really big sriracha bottle, inflatable sriracha bottle. It's at my house now, but I saw her win it, and I really wanted it. And so this thing was a game where you take the giant hammer and you hit it, and it has to go all the way up and reach a certain score. And so I thought, you know what? I'm strong. I can do it. So I hit it 3 times. The scores went very high, tippity top, hit the top max. Not really. But then I decided to win. I got the sriracha bottle. I got my giant sriracha bottle, and I carried that around. Successful day, if I do say so myself. No.
On the second hour of that day, Canyon and I went and looked at the animals again.
Okay, Christy, where are we going?
To go see the animals, because they're wonderful. I hardly know you and I love you. Thank you. Hi. There was this one horse that was really neighing and having a good time. A cow just rubbed snot all over my hand. I guess it was sweet. It might have been offensive. I'm not exactly sure how cows communicate.
We take Atticus on all of the little rides. He has a blast, absolutely loves the little rides.
Good, Quincy?
Yeah, it's good. Oh, that made me cry a little bit.
There was this other ride that was somewhat similar to the gravitron where it spun you like it, and then it tilted. It literally tilted you this way, it felt like, and I was like, I want to go on that.
Oh God. Oh, my moly. Oh, here it is.
So, how was it, Quincy?
Pretty good. It was pretty relaxing, actually.
So, do you recommend it?
What?
Then after that, it was pretty much time to go, so we headed back to the booth. We packed up. We relieved Mackenzie of the final shift, and another city employee came and took the ropes. And then that was that. And then we went home. County Fair.
All right, so that was the Kingman County Fair. I hope you enjoyed watching us because we enjoyed making it. So like, comment, subscribe, share, tell all your friends about Bullhead by the Horns because there's new episodes every Friday. We love making them for you guys, and we want you to love them too. Please.